Welcome. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of population geography. This field explores how and why people are spread across different regions of the world. By understanding population geography, we can see how physical landscapes, economic opportunities, and social factors shape where people live and how societies grow. Throughout this video, we'll break down the main factors that affect population distribution, the concept of population density, types of population growth, and much more. Let's start by exploring what influences where people choose to settle. One of the most important influences on population distribution is the physical environment, especially landforms. People tend to settle in flat plains because it's easier to farm, build homes, and travel. In contrast, hilly and mountainous regions usually have fewer people due to steep slopes and challenging living conditions. For example, the Gunga Plains in India are densely populated, while the Himalayas remain sparsely settled. These patterns show how geography directly shapes where communities develop. Climate is another key factor. Areas with moderate, comfortable climates are more attractive for settlement. Extremely hot deserts, cold polar regions, and dry areas tend to have fewer people. For instance, the Rajasthan desert in India has a low population, while Kerala with its pleasant climate is more densely settled. People naturally seek environments where living and working are easier, and climate plays a big part in that decision. Fertile soil and water availability are crucial for supporting large populations. Fertile regions like the Indo-Gangetic Plain support agriculture and attract dense settlements. In contrast, sandy or rocky areas see fewer people. Water sources such as rivers, lakes, and coasts are magnets for population because they provide drinking water, support farming, and enable transport. Major cities like Delhi, Kolkata, and Mumbai have grown near rivers or coastlines, highlighting the importance of these resources. Economic opportunities play a huge role in where people choose to live. Industrial areas offer jobs, attracting people from other regions. Cities like Mumbai, Bengaluru, and Chennai have grown rapidly due to their industries. Well-developed transport and communication networks also make certain areas more attractive, as they provide better business and mobility options. This is why cities like Delhi and Mumbai, which are major transport hubs, have such large population. Areas with advanced agriculture, such as Punjab and Haryana, tend to have higher populations. Good irrigation, fertile soil, and modern farming techniques make these regions productive and attractive for settlement. People are drawn to places where they can earn a living and support their families, and agriculture remains a backbone for many communities, especially in developing countries. Social and political factors also shape population distribution. Peaceful, stable regions are more likely to attract people, while areas affected by conflict or war see people moving away. Government policies such as development projects or strict environmental laws can either encourage or limit settlement in certain areas. For example, special economic zones says attract people, while protected forests may have fewer residents. Population density tells us how crowded or spacious a place is. It's calculated by dividing the total population by the total land area, usually measured in people per square kilometer. High population density means more people living in a small area, while low density means fewer people spread out. This measure helps planners understand the pressure on resources and is vital for designing cities, schools, hospitals, and roads. Knowing the population density of a region is crucial for many reasons. It helps governments and planners identify areas that are overpopulated or underpopulated, guiding decisions on where to build new infrastructure or provide services. It also gives insight into living conditions and the level of development in different regions. For example, densely populated areas may need more schools and hospitals, while sparsely populated areas might focus on improving connectivity. Population growth refers to how the number of people in a region changes over time. There are three main types: natural growth, positive growth, and negative growth. Natural growth is based on the difference between birth and death rates. Positive growth occurs when births and immigration exceed deaths, common in developing countries. Negative growth happens when deaths and outmigration surpass births, often seen in countries with aging populations like Japan and Germany. Demographic transition theory (DTT) explains how populations change as countries develop. It describes 5 stages from high birth and death rates to low rates and even population decline. In the first stage, both rates are high and growth is slow. As health and sanitation improve, death rates drop, leading to rapid growth. Eventually, birth rates also fall, stabilizing the population. In the final stage, very low birth rates can cause the population to shrink, as seen in some developed countries. Let's look at the 5 stages of the demographic transition theory in detail. Stage 1 is high stationary, with high birth and death rates and slow growth. No country is in this stage today. Stage 2 is early expanding, where death rates fall and population grows rapidly, seen in countries like Afghanistan. Stage 3 is late expanding, with falling birth rates and slower growth. India is here. Stage 4 is low stationary, with low birth and death rates and a stable population like the USA. Stage 5 is declining, with very low birth rates and shrinking populations, as in Japan and Germany. Age-sex pyramid or population pyramid is a graph that shows the distribution of various age groups in a population, divided by gender. The shape of the pyramid reveals important information about birth rates, death rates, the working population, and future trends. For example, a broad base indicates a young, growing population, while a narrow base suggests an aging society. These pyramids help governments plan for schools, jobs, and healthcare. There are 3 main types of age-sex pyramids. The expanding pyramid has a broad base, showing high birth rates and a young population as seen in Nigeria. The stationary pyramid has almost equal width from top to bottom, indicating low birth and death rates and a stable population like in the USA. The constrictive pyramid has a narrow base, reflecting low birth rates and an aging population, common in countries like Japan and Germany. Each type tells a unique story about a country's demographic future. India is one of the world's most populous countries, with a large, young, and diverse population. The country has a high population density, especially in states like Bihar and West Bengal, while regions like Arunachal Pradesh are sparsely populated. Most people live in plains and coastal areas, and over 65% are under 35 years old, giving India a strong workforce. The sex ratio is improving, and both fertility and mortality rates are declining due to better health and education. Urbanization is rising, and India boasts rich cultural and linguistic diversity. Currently, India is in stage 3 of the demographic transition theory, known as the late expanding stage. This means birth rates are falling, death rates are low, and the population is still growing but at a slower pace. Improvements in health, education, and urbanization are driving these changes. Understanding India's position in the demographic transition helps policymakers plan for the future, focusing on jobs, infrastructure, and social services. Sum up, population geography helps us understand how and why people are distributed across the world. Factors like landforms, climate, water, industry, and government policies all play a part. Population density tells us how crowded a place is, while growth types and demographic transition theory explain how populations change over time. Age-sex pyramids reveal the structure and future trends of societies. India stands out with its large, young, and diverse population, moving steadily through its demographic transition. These insights are vital for planning a better future.